Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Student Alive podcast, where learning and unlearning has no limits. I'm your host, Stretch, and today we have some very special guests with us. But before we get to that, I'm gonna remind you to please like, share, subscribe, share it with the family. It's clean content. Might not be clean today, but we'll see. We got Jamaica's number one podcasters,
What?
formerly radio host, in the building with us today. We have the Fix podcast with us today. We have Ari, Javi, and
Can't remember my name too.
Naro.
Nardo.
So hold on now, me I get the Javi tree.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
First of all,
Now they know.
They don't
first of
know.
all, let me say congrats to you guys on all the success, the awards, the amazing interviews.
Oh, thank you.
Over 1 million views.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
Well deserved after so many years of being pioneers in the space. And finally I get way more recognition than you guys will see.
Malcolm Gladwell, so I take 10 years to be an overnight success. So he
Yeah,
he
you know,
never tell a lie.
You know, I'm thinking about this, so-
Right? Change that narrative.
So let's quickly like summarize the beginning a little bit. Why did you guys even think about radio in the first place?
Well, it started with me because I worked as a receptionist at Newstock. It was my last year at university, 2013. And I was like, this station is kind of boring. They had Jimmy Q. There was a fun afternoon segment that they had, but it was really mostly punctuated with erudite, cerebral, political talk shows. Like in the morning, it was Jerry Small and breakfast edition or morning talk, and then in the afternoon, like a bit that when Jimmy Q come in, and then but in the night, evening edition and beer, politics again, and then probably couple sports show in the evening. But I was just there and I was like, no man, this could use it a little sprucing up, yeah. And I loved the Breakfast Club. That was what I listened to keep the days from being so mundane while working as a receptionist at Newstock. And I was just like, maybe I could do something like this. I knew Naro, like most people wouldn't know that, but me and Naro know each other from about at the time we used to go Heidel together, so we know each other from prep school. And then Wilma's, he went to Wilma's boys, I went to Wilma's girls, and it's like, and then we'll link up again at Gleaner.
Oh.
No, Gleaner. And I knew he was doing communication, BCAT, but I wrote for the Gleaner, the local paper at the time. Or well, they're still in operation. But I was like, no, yo, me could do something now. And I'm like, all right. And then I went and I pitched the show idea to Mrs. Cheeseman. And she's like, all right, you get 3 months free. You have to find sponsorship after. Go. And it was started in January 2014. The pitch was in November 2013. We were supposed to start in December, but it never worked out. But we started in January. And I was like, damn. And Javi, she was the initial host. Most people wouldn't even know that. She was the initial host.
Day one.
Day one, I wanted to be behind the scenes, dictator, tell everybody what to do, what to say.
Time.
Yeah, and then but she was pregnant with her first kid, her first son, because Nara and Javin kind of didn't know you
Same
from
program,
yeah. We kind of didn't know Javi from high school. She was always at Wilma's girls.
Went to St. Hughes.
She went to St.
Always at
Hughes.
Wilma.
Yeah. Because she did the dance troupe, right? Wilma's dance troupe. But Nara I said, yo, me could bring on Javi, and she was just like, I'm not sure.
I don't want to.
That was the initial thought. I was like,
Yeah.
you look really shy.
Yeah.
Bad.
But the funny thing is like, because we know her, we know her personally. Javi funny or freak, like she hilarious, and she's just like very amicable and effervescent. Like she really does light up the room. So Nara was like, yo, I could bring in Javi, but it was a little hesitancy, and then she pregnant, as we say, and then by February she had her kid, and we were like, so, and then Nara's like, you gotta do it, and pop a Xanax, and it was
What?
Xanax because I had severe anxiety. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But then I realized that, sure, I just me and Naro, and I guess who I talked to. Like that's how I kind of viewed it in the beginning. I wasn't even thinking that we were talking to thousands of people at the time. Just kind of focus on people in the room, and yeah, so I had to take over from Javi. Javi was off for a while.
Yeah.
And it kind of was just me and Naro. So
So
yeah.
then when y'all left the radio now.
Yeah.
And then at that time there was no like podcast space.
Mhm.
There was not really anybody doing a regular programming other than maybe Winford. Probably that was probably it.
Yeah.
So what sparked that idea now if we say we are go from radio after we leave radio we go into this.
Well, as I say, there wasn't really any podcast thing going on at the time. So we saw how it was blowing up over here stateside, and we said, let's do that.
Mhm.
If we want to continue doing this, leaving the radio, standing on our own few feet, we could do this. We could do a podcast.
Yeah.
Essentially not too dissimilar from what we do on radio. So
Yeah.
could just do a podcast. So we started.
So Breakfast Club was one of y'all inspirations.
Definitely. Mhm.
Because Naro is like the shadow man.
Yes,
Which
all
I-
the time.
Which I take offense to because I tell people all the while I don't sniff farts out of people's chairs and butts. I don't do so. Don't compare me to it. No,
We don't do that stuff anymore.
that's the same dude say it all the time. Say,
I don't want to.
sniff fart out of woman butt here. No, I'm gonna do them thing. No.
So we're talking about the radio side.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So what do you guys do outside of podcasting and interviewing and all that stuff?
Nothing.
Sleepy.
Start with Javi.
Well, I actually do makeup, so I've been working on like sets, so like production sets. I used to go on site and work, and I would work alongside with Kimberly Patterson, and then I started doing my own thing. And raising these kids. At first, it was just my son, and then 2021, I had twin girls. So, being a mom, doing makeup, plus the podcasting.
Twins.
Yeah.
Got go with them.
God go with her.
Alright.
Right?
What if? What am I doing? I don't really do nothing outside of this right now. It's not that I don't have any other interest because we want drum there, so when you hear me there play drum and them things, I
Still have it.
still kind of have it though.
Yeah.
Make a bit.
The talent is still there. You're just wasting it.
We just wait.
So when I'm going to music, then I do.
Yeah, I prefer exclusive. I prefer going to production. See how that can go.
It'll be a good fit. It sounds like you have a good ear for music.
Yeah, just true. Me no love man. I be a love man business then at product. Me never I don't talk. I be a love man
But
business.
get your one lane though.
I prefer do. You see me? So yeah.
I mean,
I'm not good.
they say if you want to see change,
True.
best to be the one, be the change. Yeah.
True, but working on this industry that we work in, bro, it's like, yeah,
Rough.
you're rough.
Yeah, we have some
Yeah.
questions about that too. Because,
You're rough, man, you're rough.
Alright, outside of podcasting,
Well, I always try to have a little job.
liquor one.
Yeah, I used to work
Federal-
at. I used to work.
Federal job.
Yeah, now I always not sure that's all. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I
I
forgot.
don't work with the feds. At least not anymore.
See, a politician, say a fed. What else?
It was a government agent. That was it.
Yeah.
No, I used to work in the government. I used to work at Ministry of Education and Office of the Prime Minister.
Office of the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
That is-
Yes. I never worked directly with the Prime Minister, but yeah, I was Office of the Prime Minister. Where else? OPM, Ministry. Yeah, that is it. But that was like,
radio.
but no, the radio has always been in the background of it. Like everywhere I go, it's like, yeah man, I work on the radio. Yeah man, I work on this, work on that. So I never really want to left it out. But I think within the last year, like things kind of been growing and expanding. So it kind of took up most of our time. Trying to figure out how the direction and where we can go and what we can do and things like that. So that really is now our primary focus, like growing it. Like, we've been traveling often now
The
for the
six travels.
yeah. So that's a good opportunity. So it's just trying to figure out, like, we've really kind of put on our business hats, trying to see how best we can bring people into the fold who have very good entrepreneurs who, understand the idea and the business of media and communication, and see where this new media can go. So that's really our focus right now.
Okay, that was one of my next questions. Before we get to that, is that why you always defend the Prime Minister upon it?
Yeah, the man does not get to it.
I don't always defend the Prime Minister. No, all right. You know what? All right, let me talk plain and straight. To the very core of me, I'm a dictator. Like, me like things for go a particular way. I'm very I think I'm of two minds. I'm emotional, but I'm very pragmatic. Like, me just like when me emotional and when things not go logical, when things not go right. So I mean, people always complain about crime and violence. I mean, even if it wasn't the current prime minister in power now, I would say, like, we need to stop complaining, and it should be us. We shelter the criminals, we do all of this. And the thing is, because I worked in the government, I know not exactly, but I know the failings. I've seen the failings, and I know, say, sometimes we think that it always starts and ends with the prime minister, but there are certain bureaucrats, there are certain technocrats in position of power and influence that kind of can push and stop certain things. So I mean, it's just like me, I say, I never be prime minister, because I don't tell no fucker allow me. But it's just like, I just get it, and I know it's just difficult. Like, being a leader is so difficult. Like, everything starts and ends with you, but you kind of, when you especially delegate and you leave it up to people and whatever, but everybody have their own personal feelings and opinions and quote unquote vendettas. Like, you know that certain things need to change, but it can't change. Like, people think it's just from the government level. It's not. It's really civil service and civil servants, technocrats, bureaucrats that really create the change. And
we already get to the government, like the crime side of things and all that. But we'll finish on the history with you guys a little bit. But where do you guys plan to take what you have going on right now? What's the goal, the end goal for you guys?
About driving media business
company,
essential production
not
company.
Not a business, a company.
Yeah, essentially, because we name the fixed productions how we're going, and people mainly, I guess, know us for being a podcast, but we're so much more than that. So that's mainly the goal right now, for just take things to another level production wise, like doing more things outside of the purview of what we do right now.
You're actually
Producing
sitting on a
podcast.
sitting on a documentary.
Yeah, we are. That dep on a shelf somewhere.
Don't forget.
Forget that dep on a shelf, but yeah, like doing things more like that, doing documentaries, doing more things that further creative aspects.
You guys know Ernie Leisure?
Yeah.
Try to build a network like that, like where you have the fixed production, but you have different people underneath that. You know what I mean? Like, you have the fixed podcast, you have different.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You have one that's straight political, you have one that's straight
Sports.
So even like my interest too, I should have mentioned this as sports. I start out actually upon doing sports radio before me even get into doing the fix.
Entertainment.
So that's definitely something I may look for also get back into.
What the better name of the sports now on TV?
World Chasing.
World Chasing.
Yeah, but they tell him say me I gotta take him job at one point. I told him.
Personality didn't tell much.
I do not. You see me, I'm like, my personality different, as people can tell. Like,
Very dry.
yeah, dry and sarcastic and them things. So it'll be something different.
Yeah, it would be a lot different, especially with you.
Sports is his thing. For beat him. Sports, music. Naro supposed to.
Yeah, you can cultivate that side of production when it comes to commentating and that stuff, or even podcasts about it, because you don't really have a legit podcast that just really talk about just sports.
Right.
Unless it's like news.
Yeah.
You understand? You have one for finances where, like I said earlier, Leisure have just that aspect of things, and then you
Mm.
have like a relationship one. Like I don't know if you know tonight's conversation.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have something like
That's
that.
on the Ernie show?
No, tonight's conversation is by itself. They actually
yeah.
they're not on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're like live.
They
Yeah.
have their own app with,
Yeah.
by Vici.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know they do live shows. I know.
Yeah, the live shows will be good too.
Mhm.
And they actually broke apart.
Yeah, I know Kita Rose and
Yeah, she
yeah.
go hard.
Oh.
Yeah. May I try keep up, may I try figure out where it all start from, but me just see her ranting, so me try.
But normally I don't keep up with like
Yeah.
stuff like that, but it wasn't that year.
Mhm.
So I think the turning point for you guys was that Spice interview,
Which one?
the first one.
Yeah, still in
The
there.
blue shoes one. The first one.
Blue shoes.
Again, I must say I would not have reacted the way Naro did. Harry did react in the background a little bit, but we never. You have to listen good for ear. But Naro kept it professional. I don't know. I don't know if I could have do that. What went through your head in that moment, brother?
What am I gonna tell my mother when I reach her?
After that,
Yeah, that's the exact same that. So she would call as me reach her and say, "Mommy, something happened
Come on.
tonight." So like it a go viral in the morning. Just be cool. I know say me good. You know, but just know say yeah.
This.
But I have to just give her a little heads up and say, "Oh, this happened, man." Yeah.
It's a trap.
You know, otherwise it's just like, she seems upset.
That's what
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Nara's like, yeah, keep rolling.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, keep rolling.
That was
like,
one thing actually keep rolling.
Yeah.
'Cause that was Javi, you wasn't there, right?
No.
I did it.
I mean, no, I in the back of boil up and I'm like,
Yeah, sure.
When-
I was cussing. I was like niggy, and I'm like, don't say that. Don't say that. You don't know. Like, I said, I'm like, don't go. You don't know. My office, I'm like,
Niggas were
stop. Like,
live,
you don't know. But
So
I don't even know somebody that get catch. Like, honestly, like, I was like, huh? And when it time, I was like, oh my god.
You see? But tell you what should have gone.
Alright, if you in that position, you wouldn't react that way.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
I think I probably would have walked away.
Yeah, because I have two things. Like I mean, as I said, I'm emotional and I'm logical. And it's like depending on the day, like
You're gonna get.
is that I would like, that's what we're playing, and then with a tell her back, and then with a heighten it.
Yeah.
Or as Javi said, when I say fuckery, I just like kiss my teeth and going, yeah. But I mean, it really, I can't say for sure what I would do, because as I said, I was very, I say it's a trap, because I've kind of. It was too suspicious. Yeah. You know, like we've never gotten an invitation for anything she has ever done before that.
Well, she invited you guys.
Yeah, it was a specific, and it was 2 times the email was sent. We ignored it the first
No,
time.
and there was like even a build up to it too, because I think I even Chabas with it of
Yeah.
on the podcast
Yeah.
before we go, like we're openly talking about it and say like, we get invited to a spicy event. You think we for go? And Chabas was like, yeah, no for go. So
I
probably
saw that,
him for blame too. Probably him for blame.
And I was like, it's a trap. Because I was like, no, something not right. Like the energy, I don't know, like I'm kind of intuitive in that sense too. Like, me kind of say no, like the energy, even though, and it was very, and the email read very welcoming, like, hi, you're specially invited to and it's like,
And then there were certain telltale signs when we were there too. Like from even Miss Kitty did deal with me, because she was the host at the time. And
because it was a media pit, right?
yes, and like me did I try ask questions, she was there ignore me. I'm like, okay. So like even that, yeah. And
So
then,
Miss Kitty was feeling questions to
from-
Spice.
Yes.
So there was a media pit, and media personalities in the media was
this
in
is
the front.
before she would do like other private interviews.
Yeah.
What we did do. So like from this, somebody kind of said, okay.
So Naro come back, so it was me, Naro, and Shadow at the table, and Jervis. And I was like, let's just go. Because Naro come tell me, I said, all right, just make we go on. No, we go do it. Because they put him name on the list, so it's like a list out. So you're like, oh, you're going to go first, But we were dead
Them are the
Dead last.
prepare for.
I'm like, no.
So even that was a telltale sign. And then like when it was going to happen now, like what me did there? Like me the walk, I go for something and come back.
And he
Like,
said,
when me a-
fix the fix.
I when me a walk, I come for do the interview, you know, it's like does it feel like one fighter walk in an arena for fight? You know, like like people just a walk and I say,
It's about
yeah, like you could have didn't feel like you could have feel the energy like people just I say, yo, walk go on, like, and then yeah, it go on.
That's good.
But I think what really reacted, like when I watched back that interview, I think it was just like she usually got up against people who match her antagonistic energy at the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, she used to people like, nah. But Naro was just like, even that special meme, I'm go so.
Yeah.
Like you up to something anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said, oh shit, Spice no know Naro, that type problem. So when she realized that him now react in the way like me, I said, that's when she just say, you know what? Do me a favor.
So even more.
Yeah.
That's what happened because like she look for everything. Cause she said, look at your shoes, and I'm like, what does that have to do?
And then she's like, don't even mention the S off my name. I'm like, all right, Pice. Like them think they pissed her off. I knew it. Pissed her.
I talked to Javi and Lisa.
Yeah.
What I want to say, Javi's like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So to my question.
I'm looking at Javi like, what is wrong with you?
It's like leave, no, stop.
No, but with the prep Lisa, Javi, but
But
Lisa,
that's what I
yeah.
ask. Is it a thing for you guys to remain that professional? I would say, is it like a standard
Is that standard? Yes, but I just think who will be.
Yeah.
personality?
Our personality, our brought up, see, I just always stay.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but I would tell Lisa, you have to go.
And several, I don't know about Javi, but several people said that to me. Say,
Yeah.
if I did me, bro, like at my show and shall go on, so I'm like, yeah, man, me that just tell her, say, you need to
I don't. Javi don't have that personality to be like, get what you do.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, you can't diss nobody over here. So
No, in that moment, I would not say, because a couple times I have to check Lisa and say, Lisa, I want to. She asks you a
In
question,
the
answer.
moment,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I heard that.
Alright.
So
Yeah.
do you guys really think there's something mentally wrong with her?
No.
Javi, what you think? Are you there? You have the little, you see me? Back and forth.
In the moment, no, because I feel like that's just her personality and knowing Lisa, because she's been on the show before.
And I was always the one that get that brunt.
Ari's been doing it. So, you know, now that I actually build up the courage to step out of my shell and do these interviews, I'm like prepared. So in the moment when she was talking, I was like, but she's speaking well. It's just her personality. I don't see anything wrong with her.
That's why I'm like, because she was like this to me. So when she said, I prefer the other one, me I said, no, you don't.
If people go back and watch those first interviews with it, like, she was the same way with her. That's how I knew she was going to be the same way with Javi.
And that's what she said with the other one. I'm like, not here, bitch.
So even when she said, you know,
I was there.
she was there, but even when she said to Javi, say, my spirit not take you. I'm like, Ari's spirit don't take you.
You
was real. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'm like, you never take Ari's spirit to begin with. Ari not really take your spirit.
From she come before we started the interview, she saw me and she looked for me and she looked for Nara. Wait a second there.
Yeah.
So Nara's like, see her there, my point for me, see her there.
Yes.
So she looked again, nah.
Yeah.
And then Ari's like, oh, I'm here. I'm
So you
here.
was actually there.
Yeah, I was there.
Alright, that's right. She have some-
Yeah.
I'm here, but it's like, yeah, me ready for the interview. I prepared for it, so let's go. So from the she asked that, I was like, here we
I
go.
think she's showing signs of depression. She is showing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But I think some things that happened to her in her past.
Definitely.
No,
Definitely.
Because even a lot of people forgot about the whole leak video
Picture,
thing.
yeah, man.
Those are hard things to deal with.
I think, you know, there was a comment on Pinkwall that pretty much round up everything. So everybody kind of want to paint it as like broad strokes of having a mental issues. Like everybody goes through their own challenges, mental challenges, like emotional challenges. I feel like there is a distinction. Most people don't know about it. Degree is actually in psychology, about psychology degree. And my better course or the best course that I did well in is abnormal psychology, where I'm able to identify emotions and mental struggles in individuals. So yes, there is it feel like it was a break. Like, you know, everybody has come up on a rock and she just tumble down. Like, she see everything that's happening, especially Kartel. Like, it's clear that she loves Kartel. Like, Kartel is
That's a hide it, but
yeah, no, she not hide it. She loves
She can't.
Kartel. And I think that's the only, like, the opposite of love is not hate, is indifference. So if it's like, if you hate somebody so strongly, it's because you love them so strongly. And, you know, she just kind of probably, from what I'm seeing, I don't know, I can't speak with definitive, like so definitively about their situation or relationship, but from what I'm seeing and what I listen to her on her live is just that she wants his attention. She feels as if she's not getting the right attention from him, and it's just like, this is how I'm going to do it. Like, Scotch her, like, she feel like she coming like a true Scorpio for real, like Sagittarius. She said she's a Sagittarius. Should he say?
Yeah, I think it's
Like, Scotch her, like, she's like, I'm burning this shit down in the inside. Yeah, and it's just like that. So I just feel like, I mean, I know you can't really say, like, the last that somebody that I know worked in the UA hospital where she was checked in at the time. I don't know if she's checked out, but it's just emotional. I feel like people need to differentiate between mental struggles and emotional struggles, and I just think that it was just an emotional breakdown. Because she was very coherent. She's very aware. Like, most people don't even know that when Nara, because people say you shouldn't have done the interview. When we spoke to her, the first thing, the interview was scheduled like 2 weeks prior, you know.
Oh yeah, because she skipped the first one.
Exactly, and then she come back. And then when I say, but Lisa, you called us. Your PR called us. You set this interview. So are you there for it? And I'm like, Nara said, me not understand it. She said, you not for understand me. Me ain't a friend. So I'm like, okay, all right. She's not doing the interview. And when she come and she kind of detailed the trip of her coming to Miami or Florida, wherever she was, coming back to Jamaica and everything. And when Nara called her and say, yo, Lisa, you good for you? It's almost like it was an insult to ask me. How dare you ask
like,
me if
wait,
I'm good?
That is where I think the issue is.
Yeah, so it's like, so we say, well, all right, you say you're good, you want to come talk, like you're very adamant that you want to talk. So we say, well, let's provide the platform for her to talk. And it's like, I guess people wanted us to put on kid gloves. From what I see and what I see on the comments and whatever, is like people wanted them to be. But no, like, them a treat her with the dignity of somebody that is quote unquote sane. So it's just armchair personalities or armchair psychologists that say about, oh, you're not exploiter and whatever. No, like, she pretty much was within, like, she felt correct. She dressed up.
Yeah.
She coming on bob. Oh, and them something. So she was very much prepared.
Yes.
Exactly, very much prepared for the interview. So I feel like many people want mess it or kind of frame it as it being exploitative, but I take umbrage with that because, one, as I said, my degree's in psychology. I take very much care when it comes to people, mental health and whatever. And even Nara and I were having the discussion. I said, really and truly, should we do it? And I said, well, from what I see is but then when Nara talks to her, it's a completely different person.
Yeah.
So I guess it's that time that I said, well, all right, if she comes and if she shows up, we'll do it, you know, and we're giving her the dignity and the space to do it. So people kind of want to make it seem as if we were trying to be exploitative. It's just like, I really take umbrage.
The next thing I want to ask, right, because you touch on the comments a little bit. And
Yeah.
I've been in you guys' comments.
You mean that cesspool, bro?
Right. I thought tropics was bad, but
Our comment section is a cesspool.
I love you guys.
We love every single one of them.
but going through all of those comments, does that have an effect on you guys in any way?
Nah, I'm not got to comment them myself. Probably like me like the first couple one them within the first hour when a video is posted, but from it past 2 hours I'm done. Yeah, man, I'm not seeing no more. Like, yeah, you know, because you know want it taint or to form an impression that really isn't. So yeah, me for the most part don't make myself get caught up in our comments too much. Like people would tell me, say, yes, this is something. All right, cool, because it's important for have
Gauge.
a gauge of what the people them think.
Right.
But yeah, for able to do what we do with some sort of sanity, yeah man. Me not brother say too tough.
But they go after Ari enough time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Ari, go ahead, Javi, go ahead.
Yeah, 'cause I was saying I try not to stay in the comment section for too long.
Mm.
But I do look,
Yeah.
especially on the past videos, because I'm a worst critic. I'm always criticizing myself. So I say, you know, I'm gonna see what the people are saying. Since I'm saying this about myself, let me see. And then I was like, okay, maybe I really do need to work on some things. So it kind of helps.
Mm.
But it's like if you stay in there too long, then it kind of switch things and you say, okay, but I thought it was good, but no, this is bad, and then you kind of just get caught up in it too much.
Yeah.
So I try not to follow it up too much. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, they hate me.
Does that affect you though?
I don't know. Because I don't watch it. People always telling them hate me. I mean, it's all right, cool. Okay.
So,
And Naro has the
yeah.
most followers. She has the most followers out of all
Right.
three.
I might be
And
wrong.
the hater.
Mm-hmm.
I might be reading it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Do you struggle mentally with depression? Or
Of course. No, of course, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Where does
here.
that come from?
Oh my God, are we gonna get vulnerable now? No, I wasn't expecting vulnerability.
Just a little bit. Just a little.
No,
Daddy wasn't there.
take me to the fair. Wow. Okay, yes. I am clinically diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I said earlier that I had to take a Xanax. A Xanax is used for anxiety. I've always had panic attacks. Most people don't know that. When I was in prep school, like the first time it happened, I felt like I was having a heart attack. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
a knife plunging on my heart and a twist like every breath me take. And it's like sometimes I just dead, like just fine and like I had to go. I went to several doctors. That's why I don't really like a doctor, because I waste my money for them to tell me, oh, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
But because I had to do several ECG tests and everything, and them say you're fine, but then it's just like, oh, your daughter has anxiety issues, because I'm very much a perfectionist. Like when everything go right and perfect, like absolute. That when in the beginning, oh God, them hate me, because it's like script. Everything I have to go down to the T, 9:32 coming back after the break. Like, yeah, I'm very much like that. And I suffered with depression like a couple times where, you know, of course, suicidal ideations come in with depression. And that's one of the things I have to struggle with. And yeah, so to me, it's like the comment section don't really bother me. So, but it's like I can't really live in it, but I know me. I'm a friend, them know me, so I kind of listen to them and take them counsel and them something. But yeah, I do have anxiety and I do suffer with depression, and I take it one day at a time, and I...
Is that why you went into psychology?
No. Funny enough, no, you know, like, and when me do abnormal, I say, backside.
Maybe something is wrong.
I had these. No, it was actually just trying to figure out like what do I want to do, and I think I did psychology to kind of understand people, cause people used to baffle me all the time, and them kind of still do, but no, I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever. I try not to take things so personal. I fail, but
And fail.
but no, I did psychology because one, I just wanted to kind of understand people.
Yeah.
And
So usually, panic attacks, depression, anxiety comes from past trauma.
Mhm.
You want
No, ma'am, I'm not telling that.
to? Okay.
It's too deep.
It's too deep. It's too deep. But yeah, I definitely suffered some shit.
Okay.
And it's just wanting to be perfect and wanting to ensure that everything goes right in my life. And especially with this, like I had so much expectation with the fix, especially in the beginning. Like I thought he would have done well. I thought like we were doing everything right, and we always push up against no. We get rejected all the time. Companies, people, no.
And he's like, you know what? Fuck this shit, we're done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry. I don't care.
I don't care. I'm working in the government. I'm done with y'all. Like screw y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just trying to really and truly, like, especially last year, the beginning of last year, like I'm really grateful for my friends, especially, cause yeah, I had no plans, none. Like 2024, I was making my exit. I was like, June, me I go South Africa, and when I come back, maybe or maybe not see me. Like literally was it. But yeah, you know, it's just kind of them say, no man, go on, and like things kind of changed too. Like things were kind of turning a little. Like I was feeling a little bit better. I actually had to go and figure out my health, so I had to get help with, you know,
Yeah.
the depression and like managing it and all them stuff.
Okay,
So yeah.
cool. So but let me touch one. But
Okay,
I said
we'll talk
touch
about
one.
that.
So let me talk to Naro a little.
Yes.
So Naro, you correct me if I'm wrong. Also, you seem like you have a bit of social awkwardness or anxiety in a way, where it's a person has to know you to really have certain conversations or get along with you a certain way. Because people might see your personality as maybe offensive, so sometimes how you respond or something like that. Am I right for saying that?
No, that's a partly. No, I wouldn't say I'm socially awkward. Would I say socially aware?
I say inept. Social inept.
Socially aware in that, you know, people are people and me is me and everybody take on to me. So as you said, they might see me on YouTube and see me at the interview and see me a certain way and feel like say I am that way all the time, and then feel like say, hey, me can approach him in a certain way in person. It's not necessarily the case. Like we just try to get a party from tastings and you see me all them things. So like yeah, so once I'm socially awkward, it's just that I know how I am on the show, and I know there are certain things that I've said and that I say that people may not receive in a good way,
Yeah.
and you just never know.
You
Be
just
mad
walk with like a
people.
cat up, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the people might think say you're mean. Because
Yeah.
if you walk home and say, oh, so are you?
I am not. And funny thing happened what there. We there collect buckle them from Straight Vibes. Shout out Straight Vibes Club. And I was waiting at the cashier deal with a young lady. She never really know who I was, and then somebody came round to her, was working with her, know who I was, and like, you know, say, who you talk to? I was like, no. I said, I know that from the fix. I was like, wait, that him do the interview with Lisa Hyper go viral now, and I just about let me talk. I said, yes, I am. I said, oh. I let them start ask about the interview, and I tell them about it, and them ask how I feel about it, and so I tell them, you know. And we're just there rapping and talking and thing, and towards the end of the conversation, they're like, I'm gonna tell people, oh, now nice in a real life. I say, yeah, say it in the comment section and do.
Some people have him off like,
Yeah.
you're the worst guy.
Yeah.
You ask the tough question. He ask tough questions, but that don't mean that he's not nice.
Nah, you see me, and that happens several times where people meet me and get to see a different side to me and get to say, oh, Naro no as bad as him see. Man, I don't know why I really laughing.
Can I
But we're cool in real life, you see
I
me?
can relate just a little.
To know us is to love us.
I can relate.
No, you know what? Because remember in the beginning, I'm like, nah, you're not doing the show for you and your friend them. Because
Yeah.
when you're around them, you know, you see them penny section, big up the penny section.
Big up
No one of them a fuckery. Like when you're around them, I say, Jaja boy, on a rough, on a play rough, on a ramp rough. But like me, I say, that's their yeah, and it's like me I feel I say Nari, you know, so not everybody I go really take on to that, like but it's like Nari just thinks well, no, I'm just have be honest, me just have be me and blah blah blah. But I think he has learned, kudos to him, to try and find a balance of being true to himself, being honest, but learning that, you know what, let me rough it, like let me soothe it just a bit,
Yeah.
just a bit. So there's growth there. Really.
So Javi, you expressed that you were shy before. No, you don't look as shy no more. You just, so how did you get over that and
Oh,
where did you kind of
gosh.
take it after that? No?
Man, it took some time. It really did. Like, I felt like it took too long. But in 2024, when I saw the trajectory and how well we were doing, I think 2024 was really our best year. And just getting older too, after having children and getting older, wiser. And as I said, I'm in the comments. I actually see what people saying. They're like, oh, that girl don't talk much. And who's that girl? Who's that girl? Like, people kept on saying that. And I said, I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like that. I've been there for some time and they're still saying, who's that girl? So maybe I really do need to talk up more. So I realized that the shyness that I have, I kind of still have it, but not as much. It was like holding me back too much and for too long.
Right.
So after seeing that, especially after the Cartel interview, it's like this big moment that we were waiting for, and I kind of sort of froze in that moment because of the shyness. I was like, 2025, I'm done with this now. Let it go. I'm gonna try my best. I kept on saying I'm not good at interviews. I don't like to talk to people. Oh my god, I'm too shy. Da, da, da. So I kept on saying that over and over. And them said the mind is a powerful thing. So I started believing it. Like I'm not good at it. I'm staying away from it, and that wasn't good for me. So 2025, I changed everything. Like I'm stepping on these necks.
You need to big way up.
2025.
You need to big way up. We never have a meeting.
we didn't have a meeting.
But before we had the meeting, it was like I had this whole thing with myself to say, I really need for change a lot. And there's a few things, not necessarily like people say, oh, she's funny, but what else? So
Like I said, I can relate to that too also because my friend from high school cannot believe that I'm doing music, that I'm doing podcasts, being talking in front of people.
right?
Yes. I had an instance where we won Central for basketball. We won the Central competition. When we won the Island, I didn't beat too bad, but we didn't go all island. But when we won the Central, they brought us up in front of the whole school to introduce ourselves and everything. And the only thing I remember was walking on the stage and walking out. Them said to say somebody else's name. Them said, I don't remember nothing.
Oh my
Black.
God.
That's crazy.
That's
And
crazy.
that wasn't the first time because when I used to play semi-pro ball, I would be in practice, the best ball in practice, like best basketball in practice. When I go to the game, I just remember checking in.
People,
and checking out.
judges.
That's
Yeah.
how bad my anxiety was. I'm animal full of water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was sweaty on them. Man.
Crazy.
Right.
It's a natural in the family,
So-
and when it gets nervous, it's like dripping.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you did is what I did is like talk to myself like, dog, most of the can do it, not respond when you, because when we used to dip on the mic, like I used to just look down, now look on the crowd, and I
Right.
talk to everybody out there. And when Bridget was like, dog, look on it every video, your head is literally down because you're anxious, like, I can't function.
Just get this over with.
Yeah. But it started, like you said, talking to myself like, yo, bro, you can't do this.
Yeah.
You're the man, like, build up yourself to the level, like, yo, are the man?
Yeah.
So that is how I kind of talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
I still have it here and there. People don't really understand.
Right.
But presenting yourself as a confident person is a thing.
Yeah,
But
people around you will push it.
a lot of people didn't understand it though.
Mm.
Like,
No,
they-
push you like
I
meaning
push
like
you for say
pump
like,
you up and say,
yeah, no, you can do it, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
But even-
So Raj is observant.
Yeah.
I think you can see him coming here. If you don't see him, you don't hear him.
Mm.
But when he's ready for talk,
Uh,
he observes and he gives you good feedback.
Same.
You know.
so it's like I feel like that did important for Javi not to take credit for transformation. Like I feel like it important for have people around her push and make her know say yo Javi you're a star. Like I always tell her say Javi you are a star.
He doesn't
Isn't
say this to me.
No, because you don't need to be told. Javi needs to be told and say you're a star Javi. Do more, you know what I mean? No, you don't need. So it's like just making her believe what we already see and make she see it even more.
Yeah.
But even with that too, because I kind of understand how it stretch. Like even when you have people telling you that, it really starts to eat.
No, it has to start with you. It has to.
It's like I kind of downplay what people say. Like me start no what, and then I find I have to be doing that with my son to like me. I say, John, don't stay like me, you know,
But now
because
I
I'm a
feel-
bad ball or something. I feel say, yo, yeah, bad baller, you know, like show them.
If may I be honest,
Yeah.
a woman really build my confidence really so
Nice.
I'm not really going
Nice.
Shout out to us.
Me-
the places a woman just approach me and
Me
I
too.
say, wait, me are the man.
Me too. Like when them say like me look better in person too, and them I say, yeah, me look on your shoe size, me can tell say it would bigger than them thing that build my confidence, but no, it's size 8. It's size 8. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Javi, Javi, why?
You can tell her that.
You
Just-
see what we unleash? You see what we unleash?
Alright.
And it was so weird. We can't ask because the thing is, you know, I have anxiety, but I don't know, I've never been shy to express
It's
myself.
your cousins.
Yeah.
Cousins, you know,
On the sh-
differentiate.
Yeah.
They're actually cousins.
Because I'm shy, but
You have a bold person.
Yeah.
You've never been like timid and
no.
Sometimes
But hungry.
self-confidence is a lot.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm like not super confident either.
Yeah,
Like,
but you're not super shy either.
it's weird.
Difference.
Yeah.
And shall lie to like me encourage Harry countless
does
amount.
not.
Like,
He does not.
Harry,
Lie.
Him just
thank
have
you,
to stop
Javi.
eat,
Thank you.
stop drink Pepsi.
That's not the only
That's
thing.
the only thing.
Thank you, Javi.
Alright.
For standing up for me.
One of the popcorn.
No, what we doing?
Yeah, I'm probably the only one on one podcast of the
Oh.
years.
Oh yeah. So even massacre at one point.
You
Like,
missing that SYM doing already, right?
no.
No, him just call me a bitch.
Call me a batty man. Yeah.
Wow, I wasn't there. Woo!
Yes, you was, but yeah, you never get none of it.
You're the
Yeah, it was with the count. Are you there? Was the thing?
Oh, I was
Yeah,
like
the countdown
moderator.
thing. Yes, you were the mother. Yeah, me. Yeah.
the moderator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big topic where we don't always touch on here and there that want to hear an opinion on this show is the state of music right now. Because from the year start, to be honest, maybe one song I can say I've taken on the road. Two, Dunceman and White came out last year, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like it's still a.
Yeah.
When the remix come out, so you
The
take a
song will come out this year,
Yeah.
right? But what do you think about the current state of music right now?
Well, let me tell you, me personally, after years of doing this, me tried not to get caught up in even them type of conversation. You know why? Because things have them ebbs and flows. So at a certain point, it will seem like, no, go on, and then next month you say, next song just come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So maybe we're just not in that season right now where we're gonna get a song where it new and it just a hit. But you just know, say probably not next month, 2 months time, summer approach, something might arrive. And we also have songs from last year what come over or keep it to this year. So me try stay out of them conversation because it's like people use it as to say, dancehall, mash up and dancehall, good again. And I'm sure there were years in the 90s when, you know, it was March and you never really have no song like that. Like, you know, like,
No,
think-
I disagree. I disagree. Like I get it, and I totally understand where he's coming from, but overall, in the broad sense, so we're not talking like specific songs or whatever, but I think the overall genre in and of itself, there is a change, and I think what you're saying is like before there was even just like a steady energy of dancehall, like even just have the flow like crossing over, like you said 2 songs, but like before it was like even songs from the previous year come over into the new year and things like that, but it's just like an energy. And I think there has been a big shift in energy in the music. Wait, I don't know if you want to talk about it's the dunceness, the darkness, the scamming,
That was the next question.
Yeah, yeah.
Music and culture, because we saw the proof of it when Vybz Kartel actually dropped on the scene, when go Jersey, and go Clarks, and go Freaky Girl, and go all that.
Beaching.
I mean, every year there was a culture that attached itself to the music. Every single year, like it was so much different things that was going on, and now it's like identity. I don't see an identity for us right now. And I don't know. I might be wrong, but I just don't see it.
Other than dunceness and darkness.
Right.
The identity is there and it's just different. You see me? I hear the mention you talk about the person you just mentioned about
Yeah.
Vybz Kartel. That man is one of one.
One of one.
Best believe, right? And you can't expect them youth to be cartel. Matter of fact, that was part of the problem with dancehall at a point, which I tell Cartel to him face
Everybody
when
are
him
trying to
cause in a way say everybody had tried to Cartel and they're doing horribly at it. Because you cannot be Cartel because there's only one Cartel. Be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and be the best version of yourself. So I feel like say and why I'm even take that stance as well, because the young youth them are trying to figure out them way and them lane right now. It may not be our generation thing,
Right.
our flavor right now, but I feel like so them still a try form them identity and them still a try make them way into doing what them want or what them feel like is the right way for that. And whole heap of the ills them what them a face right now, it stem from what the man them the established man them did a do. You see me? So
Absolutely.
that's why there's sort of a disconnect and a gap, generation gap between the new artists them and the older artists them, because them feel like, so the younger artists them feel like say, yo, they attack and criticize we when, you know, we just a be youths. Right. Did I do some fuckery when I was youths to make we do our fuckery when we are youths.
No, but the
You see me?
challenge
Hold
is
on,
but there was a balance,
hold on, but me just talk about the disconnect. Me not say if it right or wrong.
Yeah.
And the older man them would have say, yo, you need to listen to it because we got through it, and yeah, when start going like saying, know everything already. So that's where the disconnect is, where like some little underlying feeling say, yo, like you not really fear talk to me and you for really listen to me when we feel like
who are you to judge?
exactly. While our go on, if the two set of generation them would actually fall to some form of
Mediation.
you know, like
Yeah.
things would have been better.
Yeah.
You know, but just for just identify the gap and just pre-say the youth them a do them thing.
Do you think
They
the
don't-
family when them have can work?
I don't know. And I said,
It
I
worked,
don't
but
know,
it's
like,
just not sustainable.
yeah, it
And I
worked
think
to a
that's
degree.
The challenge. That's the challenge. Like me, I say, there was always a balance before. Like Cartel and Mavada, them did have us in a chokehold, but there was like,
Jackie or
yeah, and the
Chuck
Egyptian.
your chokehold. Yeah, why my mind work? Oh God.
see the shadow.
Oh God.
Yeah, Jacquior, Egyptian, you know, we had a couple.
Even somebody down south.
Yeah,
did that double.
right. Like it was just, I just think there was just a balance.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like I totally understand and get what Naro is saying, and he's right. Like, you know, there is a disconnect we see when we talk to the younger artists and we talk to the older legends in the business. Like there is a disconnect, but I just think that it was a balance. And before I think people need to really appreciate say the things that we are push out right now. Like yes, it's a subculture. Like yeah, the scamming and the dances and whatever, but it shouldn't be main culture. It shouldn't be mainstream culture.
You still have the main
Right
sound
of
on the line.
yeah, and I feel like most people don't get that music is our easy accessible export. You know, like when people hear your music and see your videos and whatever, is like the easiest thing them connect to your country.
And I don't think it reflects Jamaica.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. You know, and as everybody just
Some would argue though.
but subsets.
Some sense.
Even when you say the balance though, because I'm thinking maybe we kind of do have a balance, but the people not really gravitating towards those type of songs. So like you that have man like Diani, 450, and some other artists who do different types of songs. It's not just like mockers, scamming, them type of song. They like the repetitiveness of those type of songs probably just overshadow the what do they call it, cultural.
Yeah.
Sexy,
Sexy
yeah.
type of song.
So,
But them have them space, like Niani and 450, them have them space on them.
Yeah, but I
moment.
say it wouldn't that build the balance. But people just not really take to them song that them bring out the other chopper song them more than
So question, right? We're not getting in trouble, boy.
You already did.
I'm already
If Jay Frey should want to sit down with you guys, would you do an interview with him?
We do one with him already.
Like in this, no, man, talk about.
No, we do one with him already.
So we're gonna do our next one.
I don't really say the need to.
Next time, what do you do an interview on his podcast?
No. I don't see neither.
All right, we're not gonna further about it. I guess the answer is just that.
yeah.
So you wanna do an interview with?
I was like, thank God me though,
I
man.
was saying that Ari, but Ari.
Oh,
We're
God.
gonna do an interview with the paternal brother or was talking about the
Paternity fraud. Yeah, 876 DNA.
Yo, them get a plug there. Blood clot. Them need to sponsor.
I posted the question on her story. I'm gonna say yes. Them for be put behind bars and that's the key. Like
Oh yeah, like should women be arrested or just what should women face?
someone asks this, right? Why do man say Jamaican man is the worst in when it comes to cheating and anything? But Jamaica has the worst paternal fraud case. Like what's the deal here?
It's a great question.
What is
That's a great question to bring up, my brother.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe ask the question in a way where we never understand.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you want Javi to
Yeah.
the explanation still.
No, I think women just not have proper pussy management. That's the shit. That's the problem. And I think, I don't know, when he talked to Tara, like him kind of give me a new perspective too, cause him say, some cases it's not intentional to give the jacket. I mean, I said, wait, what? But it's just like this. Sometimes they just don't know, and it's like, oh, them have sex with him one time, and but I'm a main man, me have sex with, or them I say, well, alright, I'm not get a broke man, yeah. I can't get a rich man. So it's always the middle class or the guy in the middle who suffers most with the paternity fraud, which was really an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
To me.
I said, what she has to know.
No, like, me don't zone out already. Like, me don't
Wait, I'm just saying, like,
I can understand like how them choose or how they end up in that situation.
But you understand, say, remember now, you're gonna have sex with this man, right? Because you're pregnant from this man.
Exactly.
So what you're saying to me is, you have a man who you have sex with one time, and the one time you have sex with him, you use no condoms. Is what you're
but just I said, women not have proper pussy management. That's it.
Because why them say Jamaican man terrible is because them have a bag of girl like you,
Where
and
does
them
get
have
catch?
the kids with like 10 different women. Well, I just have one jacket.
You see what I talk about, dog, is just a one. Dog,
one
you see,
jacket.
even just that comment in and of itself show you say them don't understand the scope of what them doing, brother. Them, you see how them equate us having sex with a bag of woman with them bringing a new life into the world, you know. For somebody who I know the father, you know, and them a fuck up multiple lives, you know. Them it's not the same.
10 baby mother you have out there, and
At least them know each other.
At least they know each other. You know, no.
Right. You know what the wickedest thing?
No. You know them said the baby favor. Yeah, man. The one right nostril look the same. Yo, shut the fuck up, man. Them woman in the easy. Them is
That
that.
actually shows that woman just don't get catch.
Yeah.
That's the only way you guys have been caught red-handed.
Yeah.
Because
That
we
man
know
like
as
it.
man when I catch it.
Yeah.
Very simply.
On a stupid,
Yeah.
on a stupid bad.
Yeah.
No.
But we don't know on a strategic with it.
Very
Yeah, it has to
strategic.
be. And again, that's where them just fail with proper pussy management. Because you gotta make sure, and then before you have to make sure, say, well, alright, I have sex with Stretch and Naro. Same day. Alright, we can't do that.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna do that. But if we say, alright, I have sex with him today, I'm gonna have sex with Naro tomorrow.
Friday.
Like, you know, like, yeah, like you have to make sure and put it in the calendar, and then you say, well, alright, 2 months now, I'm gonna say my period. Like, yeah, okay. It have to be one of them time there.
I swear, bro.
And you make sure, say, you know, say the two of them, when the baby born now, you not really make no wiser. Fair say, well, yeah.
You know, your pH balance is gonna be far off because you're transmitting stuff. Cause remember, you know, if you don't know who the father is, that means you're having sex around with most.
Exactly, yeah.
You know.
Stretch, you know about pH, but
I mean, no, listen.
So they must know.
He a vegan. He a vegan.
can you tell? Like, you can tell when a woman pH balance off?
Because
Because
sometimes
other things can show
I
it.
heard your mouth can smell, the vagina can have an odor.
But no, it's several things, because it's like your hormones, because it could be your pills, like, you know,
Yeah. Sometimes after your period too.
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
several things
Yeast
that cause,
infections.
Yeah.
and it's several things that cause throwing up.
We're not gonna do that.
pH
'cause,
balance.
Yeah, we're never cheat and have them on something.
True. That's why I use the pH balance cream from Janet's Holistics.
Well,
I'm for that. So what you guys do polyamorous?
Oh, that's
what's a neo, my friend?
what's the name? Yo, is something that we really are looking into, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
like a neo lifestyle.
4 girls.
I'm intrigued. And it's like, yo, especially if a 4 working girl, that's 4 different incomes contributing to one household. Like, he may have something there, you know what I mean?
He's the main breadwinner. Never get it twisted.
But still, I'm just saying,
He's able to afford it.
if him able to afford it and he can do it, then why not? I don't see why people are bashing
Somebody
feet.
get short
And again,
so-
it could be a situation where, yeah, you just never get sex the Saturday night and she get it. So what? Life can go on. So, I'm saying that if it's a situation where a 4 working woman, you know, where them a bring something out of the household like that, and I'm like, why not? And if you can deal with 4 of them and from time to time, it's like, all right.
You can barely deal with one.
True, that's me. I mean, I was saying, the man who can deal with these
They have to
things, like,
cooperate.
yes, they have to be very cooperative, and you know, say, you know, they have to get along, and them have to, them spirit have to take them one another, cause that's a thing with women. Them spirit are take them, like, you know, for one little thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, one little. My spirit does not take her. Why? I don't like her. My spirit doesn't. Why you don't like them? Cannot give you a reason. The spirit just don't take her. So all them things they have a pre, you know, because at the end of the day, you are the man, you want peace. You know what I mean? It's you bringing this situation together. You have to keep it, you know, together. Yeah. So
That's something you do?
yeah.
Let's say, oh man can get peace with 4 different women.
yeah.
I mean, it can happen. It can happen. It can
Especially
happen.
if you have money.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
Hot take. I kind of don't think we're supposed to be monogamous. And I think we force monogamy, like as human beings. However, no, I cannot do a poly situation. But I do get the men need, and even some women, because I see where there's a woman that have a husband and 2 boyfriends. That TLC.
Yeah, like
You see,
she-
we only like it when it's only like when you are the main center of attraction. But when the woman now wants to have a man,
the dynamics
and
of
a
sex as well,
husband,
yeah.
and a side man, and a jaw grind, and all that stuff in the
Dynamics of
show.
sex.
We supposed to just do with one?
Yes.
That you say?
Essentially.
Essentially.
So
So the
Neo
girl, they want
have
you.
4 women, but
Yeah.
them 4 women they can't have a next man.
No.
That's a
Why would you do
fuckery.
that?
But why? So why
Why
we
would
have
you
to
do that?
share you, but you can't willing to share?
Because in this situation, high on the price. Yeah, so,
Remember that-
since you love talk about price, in this situation, I'm me at the price. You know what I mean? I keep this shit together. I'm the person that put this shit together.
No. Well, I'm making you feel like the prize, but I'm the one that is the prize. So if you,
Oh, you
if
are the price and you're 1 of 4.
Exactly right. I'm 1 of 4, but me now make you the price for me.
Oh, is it?
So I am 1 of 4, and you're 1 of 5.
No,
Don't
man,
get
that's
twisted.
no,
You see? So we're the whores. We'll always be labeled the whores in the situation. But then again, as I say, hot take, I really don't believe that we're supposed to be a monogamous. We're not
Men are not
monogamous.
supposed to be.
I believe human beings in general,
Man, it's a part of our biological makeup.
Makeup.
Oh, go on, you know what I mean?
but yeah.
with
And
human
as I was
beings,
alluding to earlier, you know, the dynamics of sex, you know, like people don't really understand or understand. It's
don't
like,
tell me about lock.
no. You have to pre it from just even from a visceral level, you know, like for have 2 men that grab you in a direction and set you upon the side of the bed and a 2 man that do them thing and rough you up
Yeah,
and
man, wicked.
like the dynamics of
No,
sex.
but we're not talking about orgy and trade.
No.
We're not talking about an orgy and trade. Wait.
Naro, see?
We are the penetrators, not
Are we
all.
talking about an orgy or we
It's not
talking
an
about
orgy.
a polyamorous
No.
relationship? Because me not have sex with 1 man, me not have sex with 2 man one
So
time.
why wouldn't you if you're in a relationship?
No, polyamory means that yes, you can partake at the same time, but
I'm aware.
usually it's like
Separate.
me a stretch time today. Tomorrow me link you. That's how you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, but me have 4 girls, me have sex with at least 3 of them one time.
Well, that is if you and the woman
So I
set it
expect
up,
the same
yeah.
thing if it's the opposite with the woman. Say,
But no,
at a
suppose,
certain
but then
point in
no,
time,
no.
you're gonna have sex with 2 men in one time.
No.
Even so, for the fact say you're the man, I him do that to you the night, and me know that, and me hear it to you. And then as a man, like you don't know how man ego and thing work. Like, as a man, me I hear that in the next room and then say, oh my night, my night, tomorrow.
Man, that's allowed.
Hey, give me that, like, my night not so loud, dog. You feel me? So,
what that means.
and again, and are we are the dominant force in the bedroom in regards to them things for the most part.
Imagine
It just throw things off.
you're a freak now, and the man, you have one man spitting in your mouth this night, and the next.
Exactly. Like, come
How
on.
that work?
Come on, man.
Oh, you know that. I'm not telling you that.
Yes, exactly.
Yo, me hear the actor from the next room. Yeah, me hear.
No, I'm
Here.
doing the actor.
Alright, we have two more questions.
Look how we make your PG thing now rated R. Jaja. Sorry, Stretch.
Answer the question. I wouldn't do it.
We know.
Miss Marriage, Miss Ring.
Yeah, I'm too jealous for that. And apart from that, like, me just like of my partner, like when I say me and you can par, we can go out, like that's how the relationship's supposed to be. It's not supposed to just be sex.
Yeah.
Like there should be other elements to it, and I feel like that's what I respect about relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it started in Africa as a way to improve society actually.
Yeah.
The men will go to war and for them dead off, and
Yeah.
it's one man with money will take on 4 or 5 wives to balance society.
And you know, there's
That
another
economic-
culture where the woman is the main, like she has several partners. No, there is.
Yeah, ants.
There
Ants.
is not
You wouldn't
ants.
know
You
how
wouldn't
that
know
is.
that.
Probably want somebody to do it.
No.
Bees.
It's a culture where women
bees.
have the several
Yeah, I
partners,
yeah.
and that they fight to be with her, and like them know so well. Yeah, them share
Wait,
or
until the man
whatever.
I eat it. We're not
They're big sturdy men.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know,
Like Naro say, we're the price.
no, but you see, that's a new age man. But the problem is, you know, like even with me is like people get upset about cheating and all them something there, blah. Like I mean, I think the only reason I'm not vexed with cheating is if you're sloppy with it. But I realize, well, all right, you have a next one, but as long as I'm the main, like I'm the
Oh, you
main
kinda
woman,
are with that now?
I'm like,
I
yeah.
want that too. But anyways,
You
no,
post me.
absolutely not.
You post me.
Well, yeah,
Right?
you post me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do whatever.
So them
Yeah,
man,
if
I
but you can do the same.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as we're on that.
That's
time.
the only way
So if
you're
you
comfortable.
So if you give me bun, you have to be okay with getting bun. So if you're not okay with
Yeah.
getting bun, don't give me bun.
Right.
Anyways.
Simple as that.
That's
Anyways,
crazy.
like
Right?
Simple maths.
so right
Right?
no, absolutely not.
Yo, leave me alone.
Cartel was on Drink Champs.
Yo, yeah. I'm the first guess the man of the tell for go on.
And he talked about being behind bars, and his wife at the time, I guess, stepped out.
Shorty.
Yeah, that's the way he put it.
That's the way you put it.
Step.
How long after being behind bars is that relationship supposed to just done?
Yo, let me tell you something though. At least before we will mention it, big up the Drink Champs. We see them get many views too, by the way. And I mean, welcome to the Middle Club. Welcome to the Middle. Oh yeah, shout out Irasta. Yeah, him shoot for them too. I think him a part of them crew too. So yeah man, congrats. Great interview. Matter of fact, I think the energies in both interviews, ours and theirs, was like matching.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why.
You can
Like
see
Will
why.
Marshall
That's
also,
but them two there, like in regards to the energy and
Right.
the synergy between everybody what they are doing to interview them, like yeah. So shout out to Ching Champs. 2 years.
Two?
Yeah.
So if the person gets 5 years, just don't wait.
I mean my expectation for her is to wait, but we just know so realistically she will get up within the first 6 months. So I just
Maybe, yeah.
yeah, them women don't lie, them just wicked.
Oh, now full of shit. Naro full of shit.
Yeah.
Naro full of shit. Because we are the same thing.
You tell me, say, you say your man get 8 years.
8.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, if it's like a reasonable time frame, of course, me
Yeah,
can
but wait.
wait. Of course,
So,
me
yeah,
can.
No sex.
Yeah.
Me have my rose. Me have my rose. And if me love him, and if it's a case where it's like it depends on what he went for prison for. So if it was a case where
Hold on. Let me ask you this. When you say move on, what I mean like completely have sex with other man. Cause me feel like say you'd still have sex with other man, but still like you're there with him same way, you wait for him. You'd still fuck for him, though, right?
And I
That's a
mean,
good
is
question,
it fuck fun?
Yeah.
Is it fuck
Yes, it
fun?
is. Yes, it is. This is a relationship. What you mean?
What you mean?
You're not in it.
You're not there. It's not like I can have sex with you.
So the same would apply. Like say me get deployed.
That's
If
what
me
I
a
said.
me a me a army man.
You still stepping out, baby.
Exactly.
You know the Navy now and him gone for like a good 3 years.
Yeah.
That's so long they go on. That's so long they
Amen.
go
One
on.
year at a
The
time.
US one, them.
Rough.
Yeah.
Suppose I go on war like Iraqi war.
What's the excuse?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Me did they fight for the country and for you.
So men have been
For you experience your freedom.
I will cheat on you.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
know that.
I'm coming to Iraq.
Yeah.
Catch a grenade for me, baby.
No, it depends. No, the thing is, it really depends, and I feel like I always ask the men, like, if it was the other way around, what would you do?
You do, yeah.
Because if what would you do is what I would do, and I think I'm like that. Like anything you depend, me depend too.
Oh, yeah, lion.
You
Yeah.
see, for me, I feel like, so when you're away, if I'm already emotionally attached to you, it takes longer for me to let go. But then we still have needs, like me go want have sex. And the roasting what Ari said, them something that work for me. Like I love everything about a man. The way you smell, the way you hug me, the way you touch me, like me I gonna miss them
We are
someday.
irreplaceable in that
So
regard.
for
Yeah,
a toy,
sometimes.
like it's like this is 5 minutes done. Alright. What the man do? Still want
The rose nah more than your ear.
Get in the car.
The
But then
rose
that's the
more
only
than your
thing
ear.
that would keep the relation. Like if you want me to hold it down, like that's
Tops
for
1 year.
Yeah.
One?
1 year.
See?
Shut up. Hey, that's
1 year.
Jill not work for me, no friend.
I see my club.
No, and
Like when
as I
they
say, you know,
have blood
it
clot.
depends. Like if it's a case where it's self-defense, like him, or him, you know, like him did protect me and the kids and whatever, and them said no, like it's not self-defense. Me I hold that shit down for you, like,
Yeah,
cause it's not.
lock
You're
up
not gonna
the-
get 25 years. You're gonna get like, as you said, probably like 8. Me hold it down. And if we can come to a rational thing, like if it's conjugal visit, if we marry, like if we can marry before, because apparently you have to be in a Jamaica, you have to marry before you're eligible for conjugal visit. And me marry and we can tap it up and work it up them
So
time, yeah.
what if the man is behind bars and him somehow have a phone and DM you up on Instagram and they get to talking and you know him come out in 2 years?
Oh yeah, no.
No, not your man before, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, me like
Yeah,
what
me
I'm
too.
with.
Oh no. No. Me not know how see them do it. Me not know how Cartel do it because me that swear things that she have him said she things that she
Yeah, we
have
couldn't trust it.
I
for
thought
real.
I would be like, no, you are a federal agent. Like, why you come and
Bitch,
try
you have to
come
get me.
extend my prison stay? So, no way. No.
Me don't know.
No people. Me don't know people even meet on DM and them something. I
Yeah.
think everybody is like a 60-year-old white man from Texas. Me just think that everybody is like a catfish. So I have to meet you before me. I say, oh, this is a person behind.
Okay.
Like yeah, like me not do no
We might get
random
catfish for
stuff.
anybody else, so we understand.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What you say?
You-
Men get
Oh.
catfished more than anybody else.
Yeah, what you know?
Yeah, true.
One of the makeup
Yeah.
and witchcraft and sorcery. and
Yeah.
do
And
them
that them are
thing.
saying that come here say wait. And that them mean say yeah, them put just take up yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
Bro, the skills that these women have with these apps. Them
Yeah.
for be graphic designers.
Design.
Not for them are some wasted talents them
man.
graphic designer them for be and go work in a witchcraft and sorcery.
She go in and
Yeah, man.
she go in and take off the body.
Yes,
thing
yo,
and-
them body fuck, yo, a girl was breaking it down to me. I'm like, shit, that to do? Bumbuckler. And she showed me, here's my picture, and here's the head. I said, Bumbuckler, like, upon the difference.
Your money go for the
No, they're wicked out there.
Alright, guys. Well,
They're wicked.
I appreciate the conversation today.
Yeah.
In closing, my podcast is called Student to Life Podcast. And in closing, I always ask my guests to leave my audience with a gem today. Start with Javi. A gem, any encouragement, whether you don't have to be about podcasting, you don't have to be, you can just go life in general.
A gem.
You want me to go first while I think about it? Alright.
But me not
Mine
really
could be
encourage.
real quick because it's like based on what I've been through, it's just be you and be true to yourself always.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. That's the gem.
Naro.
Do the DNA test.
Oh, not everybody have kids and them things. You know what I mean?
I'm saying in this situation, do the DNA test, be smart.
Make it
So
mandatory.
you definitely do a DNA test, Naro? Really?
So you go ahead and do it, then you can make sure know.
No, chef, go no, man.
You know your cost.
I think we should all be honest with one another and say this is what's happening. So, no,
So I think so you look on our side, you're like,
yeah,
how dare you think I'm cheating?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't trust. You don't trust me?
yeah. No, no, you're a human being. No.
Hey, you get bun too.
Sad.
I would know Naro would say, oatmeal.
Let's go, come up me.
We're doing this as a family.
Yeah.
Easy.
No, I'm not really encouraging, you know. Some I don't really know what's fitting them. So.
You got to do some more podcasting.
Don't
You're
give up.
the worst.
Don't
I'm
give
not really
up.
encouraging
The
it.
great ideas.
No, you know what? No, fun and joke aside, God is the greatest.
Wow.
I've seen his works and his powers. I used to think of myself as agnostic. Like, sure. If him there, I'm not listen to him. I'm not give a You can't talk about fuck and God in I see. So he does not
Just ended up
care
with it.
about me.
Start over.
Anyways, cut on it.
No, but you know, I've seen him, I've witnessed him, and I truly know that God is the greatest. Yeah.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mine would be just don't be a slave to the things of the world. I would say whether it's anything that has to do with pleasure, which is eating, drinking Pepsi.
They wanna use the opportunity for throw shade for Aaron.
Hey, listen, you over there.
That's it.
What seriously though?
Yo, we never going to Denny's again with this thing.
It could be food, it could be sex, it could be spending, whatever it is.
True.
Don't let it be in control of you.
True.
You understand? Because you'll be a slave to anything people can control it with.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you're a slave to.
I always say that the true sin in life is excess.
Yeah.
So anything you do, find the balance and moderation.
I will go on different from the DNA thing when my dad said the first thing that thought to mind was master your mind.
Yeah.
To be a mastermind. Yeah, man, be a master your mind.
Yeah.
Cause a whole heap of things. I'm gonna have a conversation with. I think I'm a tailor, strangely enough. So, like will is a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Like just having a strong will and strong mentality can get you far away, can even make you reach far than the man who have more talent than you. Just have a strong will and stick to itiveness.
And Naro definitely has that.
Yeah. And a part of it is what you feed your mind too. Because
True.
at the end of the day, there's a voice in your head that's subconscious that speaks
True.
to you, you know, and when you feed that with negative things or
yeah.
things that are not
True.
progressive, that's the voice that's going to talk back to you all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
what he's saying, to build that up, it's a process if you're not already there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes willpower doesn't move born with.
True.
Yeah, so-
Somebody have to
so-
develop and
Yeah.
train yourself.
Reading
Yes.
books, research, all these things are very important.
Yeah.
And I would say what you do in the mornings is also very important.
True.
How you wake up in the morning is the most important way to start your day.
It's true, yeah.
First 20 minutes or 30 minutes of my day, I don't talk to anybody.
Mm.
It has to be positive. Yes, I check my phone, but not the messages.
I me, like same with me, like what I'm find for go around that because that's something I see myself do. Say every time I wake up my dip on my phone, so I'm just say, oh, alright, seeing that's yes, I say this is what you do when you first wake up. Make it be that it's something positive that
Yeah.
you read when you first go up on your phone and read something on it. So
Yeah.
Trick
Yeah.
to that is, I will put it on the dresser so if I get up, I get it.
oh,
So if I get up now, it's like, I don't even want to check it no more. Let's go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, get ready for my day. And
And then you're like, oh yeah, the phone.
the phone, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's
That's
solid.
good. That's good.
True.
Appreciate you guys for coming in again. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
it's
Thank you,
supposed to do this the last time, but we finally get it done. You know what I mean?
And hopefully we can get to do this again.
Yes.
But
Yes.
a whole heap of things we're not talking about.
Oh no.
True.
So
It
once
was a
again, I
vibe.
appreciate you guys. And people also, again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're not popular yet. So like, share, and subscribe. If you like the content, share with everybody. You know what I mean? And remember, if you're in South Florida on a Friday night, Seduce Friday nights is the place to be.
Woo!
And on Mother's Day,
Hey.
the Art of Music Festival, get your tickets. For right now, it's on May 11th at Sunset Cove Amphitheater. Max Priest, Third World, Tifa, Kumar Fire, Third World, Alison Hines. Yeah, get your tickets. So again, thank you. We'll see you guys again next time.
Now follow the fix on YouTube, subscribe.